That was awful. As bad as yesterday was, that was good. 2x10, 4:09, 3x6 at 4 minutes, 4:02, and then the last 4x3, 3:55, just a bit pushy really into the wind. So all in all, really good session, 18.2k, 1 hour 20. Yeah, better than yesterday, Session over, 28 at the bank, perfect weather, nice and cool, bit of a wind, held both ways. 5k warm up, 6x2k, 1k off, the 2k's at 4:05, the 1k at 4:25, and then I just pushed the last 5k to finish under 2 hours for 28. So really good, toes better, felt good today. Had the bike hard this morning, race breakfast, carved up yesterday. So yeah, absolutely smashed that and feel really confident now going into next week's training. 5 weeks to go. Back from 35k Sunday morning long run. Feel great, absolutely great. 2 hours, 30 minutes, 35k, 4:15s. Practice race breakfast, had bicarb before, had nutrition on the run, gels and my energy drink, carb drink. Couldn't have gone any better. Really in a confident place going into Valencia with 4 weeks to go. Big thanks to James, a beautiful marathon runner, 2:38. He just had gears on gears on gears, and it's something that just inspires me to get better and get fitter. But Sunday morning, job done, on we go. Run done, happy days, 60 minutes easy. One more day of this week to go and it's over. It's a biggie, 28k, but no, happy with the week so far. Big toes a little bit sore, back's a little bit sore, legs are a bit flat. Diet's gone well, I know everyone's having a go, but 72.9, such a big difference from 75 kg. So one big one tomorrow and then the week's done. Been to physio today, back has completely been locked up, tight hip flexor, sore Achilles, really worrying. So managed to, legend that Steve is, fit me in at 8:30 this morning, stretched me, pulled me, beat me up, made me cry. But hopefully now with 5 days to go, we can just get some movement in the body, the back, the legs, and really hopefully get this marathon done. We're on Saturday morning, 11:30, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Just had a wander around. I don't really believe in God at all, I just believe in fate. So I'm clueless. I'm looking at a map, I'm walking through Valencia, I just walked straight into a lamppost, rolled my ankle. I've been struggling all week with a tight back, hamstring, sore Achilles, pushing on a nerve. It's reset it. I rolled my ankle and it's put it all back. That's just meant to be. I scratched my watch and got a sore head, but how weird is life, hey? Just bizarre. Anyway, on. So Saturday started about 10 o'clock in the morning, had a big sleep, which is rare to have. No kids, no staff, no work, no problems, no real need to be up for a school run or even an easier run. So yeah, that was a benefit of traveling solo. Woke up, had a wander around Valencia, and the aim was to find out where I'm gonna race. The whole area was a buzz. It's a beautiful city, huge architecture, massive tall buildings, really well organised roads, and I found where I needed to be. The park by the road was thronging full of athletes doing their shakeout. Some really fast people running past me. I felt like they were doing 2 minute per K. They were unbelievable. I found the start line, found the finish line over the water and where I need to drop my bag. Did a gentle 20-minute shakeout, went back and found a nice little pasta place, got pasta for lunch and then a pasta for after the race tomorrow to keep in my room. And nipped to a supermarket and got some more supplies, crisps, salt vinegar crisps. I love a salt vinegar crisp after a race. Some ice for my head and my Achilles, and wandered back to the hotel. And I have been here since 12:30. I haven't moved. I've watched 2 James Bond. I've watched Ricky Gervais. I have really relaxed. I've ate, and I'll get on to that next. Saturday night, just give you a brief update from what happened yesterday. Obviously I raced on Sunday morning, so Ryanair were late yesterday. Absolutely killed me. The reality of that was the only flight I could get and that was the only airline, but yeah, hour and a bit late. Flight was 2 hours 20 minutes. Sat next to a lovely guy and his wife who's looking to go 2 hours and 17 minutes, which is just unbelievable. It's his 3rd marathon. Talented guy, lovely to speak to, but quite refreshing. And he's got no coach, doesn't know what his LT2 is, and just runs and commutes, and was pretty chilled about the whole thing, to be fair. So yeah, that was good. Transfer was great. Thank you to the people for being organised there, and watching the delay board. Just felt a bit tight, really. Well, I didn't, but I mean, I walked through the airport, it was chaos, there's people waiting for taxis, buses, and I've been organised, and there's a man with the sign, Mr. Horrobin. I was like, you saviour, and we just whisked me off and out of the way, and then we sat in traffic for 45-50 minutes. Obviously the metro and public transport isn't really working, sadly, still from the Dana and the floods, so it's a bit chaotic in the area, but on the whole, got to the hotel, and the police and the army were in the area cleaning squares and streets, and I think they do that most evenings, so it's quite difficult to get to the hotel, but we got there, lovely hotel, and decided then to go and try and get my bib. So try and get a taxi, couldn't get a taxi, so had to run out of the square area where it was all cordoned off to get a taxi. Got a taxi quite easily, and 15-20 minutes up the road to the Expo. Beautiful building, massive in fact, but I was in a rush. It was 8:30 p.m. when I got there. It shuts at 9. Whisked through, give my bib number, I took my passport. Always take your passport and your driving license with you on these kind of things, so I would definitely double checked that I was covered for the ID. Gave my number in, it was really well organised. Got my t-shirt and then just ran out there because I knew the taxi queue was going to be massive. Fortunately, the weather here is really mild. I think it was about 18-19 at 8-9 o'clock at night, and we just queued. Met Ben is running in the queue, and us Brits are good at queuing, aren't we? So I queued for 45 minutes for a taxi, got back to the hotel as close as I could do, and just grabbed a pizza and a pasta for a late evening meal. So yeah, very good. Pulled it out the bag really, got my bib, got my number, got everything in my bag that I needed, and went to bed and had a big sleep. So Saturday didn't really start until 10 o'clock. So where I'm staying is around 3k away from the start line. I walked there today. Obviously I walked into a lamppost, but I walked there today and I found it quite simple. So I don't know if I'll bother with a taxi. There's no public transport, buses. It could be stressful, could be a waste of my time that I don't really want to have. So the plan tomorrow, up, bicarb, breakfast, shower, coffee, toilet, dressed, and then head out the hotel, probably to aim to be at the start pen an hour before. So drop my bag off around 7:45 and I set off at 8:25 in the pink wave. So the carb load started really yesterday. Just lifted it heavier yesterday. I've actually done 4 days of low carbs, Monday to Thursday. Just not really running, sore back, easy runs, not really training, so I didn't want to gain any weight that I didn't need to. So 4 days of low carb. Really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed just feeling a little bit lighter and trimmer. And then started the carb load for really Friday, Saturday, and I'd say yesterday was more of a controlled day. Today's just, it's hard work. It's absolutely hard work. The plan was to try and get to 650 grams. I think I might just be a little bit short on that. I'm just absolutely stuffed. So the day today, coffee, rice cake, Rice Krispie cake for starters, into a bowl of porridge, banana and honey. Went and got my bib. Lunchtime, spaghetti bolognese, big chunk of sourdough, sipping on Morton 320. Tea time, 500 grams of rice, microwave rice with honey, Morton and a bottle of Coke, sipping through the day while watching films. And then tonight we're going to finish with a bit more sourdough with jam, peanut butter, and finish the second bottle of 320 Morton. So I think all told, I think we're going to be 620, 650 grams of carbs, which is around 4.5 grams per pound of body weight. Now, I'm just stretching off. The last bit is what's the plan? What is the plan tomorrow? Now, it's Saturday night. My ankle feels good. My hamstring feels good. I think they're mind things, to be fair. I've eaten well. I've prepared well. I've gone 257 in Chester. I would love to say tomorrow I'm going to go with a 250 pack. I'm going to hang in, I'm going to hang tough, and I'm going to finish strong in that pack. It does open a bit of a risk, but I'm prepared to take that risk. If it does feel a bit too fast early doors, I'll knock it off 5 or 6 seconds per K, go safe, and then finish strong. But the plan tomorrow is to really roll the dice, finish this year strong, but without finishing in the medical tent, without having an absolute explosion and finishing badly. So I'm a little bit nervous at that plan. I'm a little bit conscious that I owe it to myself to have a real good go, but I also don't want to be an idiot. So see tomorrow morning, see how I sleep tonight. But the plan of attack is to try and hit a 252 or better. That would be a great year. That'd be a great 6 months under Matt, and I'd be proud of the 20-minute PB from Manchester. So yeah, let's see how the night goes. Let's see how we sleep. Let's how we wake up in the morning. See what the mood is. See how the legs feel. And yeah, maybe that's the plan. Set off in the 250 pack. If it sets off too rich, drop it down. Find a group behind. Sit in strong, and then maybe who knows, second wind at the end. Or we the opposite is we go in a nice pack just ahead of the 3-hour group and sit there strong till 35k, and then push on to a positive finish with a hope for a PB. Okay, guys. I'm back. I am back from Valencia. Thank you to Ryanair for being on time for once, making the journey home really quick and very pleasant. So I am now sat at home, legs are sore on the downs, no good. On the ups, we're okay. And walking's okay. Toenails are all intact, stomach's in good order. We're a little bit tired physically, but a little bit cold. All in all, survived another marathon, and I'm in good shape mentally and physically today. So just a very quick and brief update while it's fresh in my mind on Valencia and how it went, and certain things I did and didn't do. So first things first, if anyone's never been to Valencia, it's a beautiful city. Lots of amazing buildings and architecture, parks, really great food, warm people. Yeah, so really did enjoy Valencia. I think it had a lot to offer. The food was incredible. The people made it a special few days. The race is a massive race, and it opened my eyes. I was very naive. I'm going to be completely open. I'm naive to this kind of level of race. 30,000 people, pens, bag drop, the huge expanse of people, brilliant athletes looking far better than me, and great kit. It's quite daunting seeing the shakeout run happening. You think, wow, this is the night before and they're running that pace. There's no hope. I did have a bit of imposter syndrome just trying to check out where I needed to be on the Saturday. But on race morning, dropped my bag off and then found my pen, and it was full. It's busy. We were going to go off at 8:25. There was a moment's silence. There was the national anthem. There was the Valencia song, anthem. And the first feeling was tightness, closure, people around you, which, again, if you're used to that, that's probably normal. But for me, it was definitely new. It was a small pen. I was in the pink wave, which was the fourth one off. at 8:25, and we were kind of drawn forward, paused, drawn forward, and then off we went. And the first K, I mean, I couldn't get any road. There was no room. I think I went through 4 minutes 15, it says. But that's as fast as I could go, and if I couldn't go any slower because I kicked people from behind. So the first K was frantic. It did then settle in, and the conditions were really good in the morning. It was no wind. It was warmer than I'd probably have wanted it to be, but there was no wind. The course is obviously pan flat, city centre, so you're in constant flat roads and flat, fast conditions. The first 5K rattled through. I mean, I did not even registered that I would finish 5K. I was a little bit thirsty. I was desperate for that first aid station just to kind of cool me and calm me down, because I was like, wow, this is quite big. There's lots of people. The streets are lined with supporters. It's intense. This is the big race. This is the kind of race people talk about when they're doing these majors. So I definitely felt a little bit overawed, but I was comfortable in the pace. My heart rate is 160s, and I was clipping along at 407s and felt comfortable. So the first 5K I went through in 20:59. So yep, comfortable, happy. I was quite happy to get through the first 5K unscathed and be on my way in a nice group of people. That there wasn't a lot of room, but there was enough room to definitely look around and be comfortable. I wasn't going to trip someone up or be tripped up myself. So that carried through. The plan for the gels was 10, 20, 30 and 40K to have a Morton 160. I had a couple of soft flasks of Morton 320 that I would sip through the race alongside water from the aid stations, and I used that mainly to cool myself through the whole race. To be fair, I was quite warm. 10K I passed in 41:35. I was again comfortable, happy, not really any stress. I was running within myself. I felt happy that we got through 10K and just ticking them over. The crowd support was unbelievable. The aid stations were nice and long, so you didn't have to feel like you were surging to get water and then dip back out. They were on both sides of the road. It was unbelievably organised and very, very positive. So yeah, that was really good. 15K went through 102.07. Again, holding that 6:39 per mile or 4:06, 4:07 per K. I was very consistent. My first 15K was 4:07 pace, basically on the dot, and that was after a first K at 4:15. So very happy, in control, felt good. All the way through to 20K when I had my second gel. I thought, right, okay, I'm in a good spot here. I'm happy. I'm a little bit warm, and I'm comfortable with that because I was cooling every 5K, and I'd hold a bottle of water for another 2K and cool myself as I went through, halfway through the next aid station. So that was my tactic. Grab 2 bottles, one over me, cool me down, mouth, keep one bottle in my other hand, and drink and sip that as I was through the next 5K, cool myself off at 3 or 3.5 of that 5K, and then repeat. So that was working well. I crossed 20K in 1 hour 22:39, and I crossed the halfway in 1 hour 27:11. I said to my wife, 127, negative split, and come back strong, and that'll be the day. That'll be the day I wanted. I wasn't comfortable or confident enough to go any faster in the 250 pack. I hadn't proven anything in training to think that would be a clever or smart idea. And the night before with Matt, we discussed at 4:07 for 32K and then push off the front, subject to legs behaving. So the first half, 127.11, very happy with that. I'd got comfortable in the proximity of other runners. I was taking aid on. I had a plan with the gels. And at 26K, suddenly I had a bad patch. I'd gone through 25 in 1 hour 43:25, which was again that 6:39, 4:07 average. But at 26K, suddenly I got hot. I got a tingly face. I felt strong in my heart. My legs just felt tingly, and I was in a very narrow street, and I thought, wow, this is not a good patch. have some sip on the sports drink, cool yourself off, and just take a deep breath, which bizarrely 2K later ended up feeling great. And I thought, wow, there's my bad patch, let's go. So I pushed from 28k, and I thought, this is my time, this is where I need to really make the difference. So 28k I did 4:01, 29 4, 30, 3:59, 3:56, and I thought, right, trick the body, it's going to keep going, and this is the negative split, the dream day, a great race. And at 39k I got that feeling again, that tingly face, that narrow eyes, and I thought, am I bonking? Am I short? I'd had the gel at 30. I was due my 4th gel. So in the 4th gel went sports mix, cool myself off, and I had to slow down. I had to literally go to that 4:12, 4:13, 4:13 for the next 3k and really just survive, which is frustrating. I was frustrated, but I was 100% promised myself I'd not be an idiot and end up on the side of the road. So in that sense, I was proud of myself. I took 3Ks to settle, and that last K, 42.2, I ran a 4:04 to finish in 2 hours, 54 minutes and 23 seconds. So another PB. Am I happy? Yeah, I am happy. Could I have done better? I think I could have done better with less fatigue in my legs from Chester, but that was always going to be the gamble. Chester was a great day, 2:57. This was a superb day, 2:54. So we're improving on the game, we're improving on the experience, we're learning the lessons. I think maybe it was 3k too far for me, in the sense of that lovely surge would have been brilliant to get through to that finish line with a 2:52 high or low, but it wasn't to be, and I finished with a 2:54.23. Lots of positives, lots of learnings. Again, big city marathon, 30,000 people. The organisation, the pens, the people, the support, the water stations, the conditions, all great, all exciting, and inspires me to go back this winter and get better. I mean, seeing those amazing athletes, female and males, just beautifully grace the Valencia streets and run so comfortably, these 2:20, 30, 40, just incredible athletes, and massive motivation to get better and get fitter for 2025. So the course, flat and fast. The conditions, good. I think it was a bit too warm for me, but maybe that's me. It was a beautiful weather day, bright blue skies. And the road surface was fast and conducive to smooth, easy running. The support was unbelievable. The buildings, the architecture, stunning. Again, the hotel, the square, the restaurants, I can't fault it. It was a genuinely lovely weekend. Even though I was solo, which was intimidating, it was a lovely weekend to enjoy my first big city marathon. What have I learned? I've learned that I am a diesel engine. My threshold is here. It needs to raise. I can't go any faster. I've got no surge, I've got no speed, but I'm just to churn away, dial that speed in and stay at that. So the winter and into 2025, we're going to lift that threshold. We're going to get comfortable running sub 4 minute Ks to make the dream of 250 next year a reality. I've got to look at muscular endurance in the legs and strength in the back, but I just got to keep going. Trust Matt, trust the coach, and trust the process. But very, very happy, very content. Yeah, 2025. I've got Manchester in April, and we've got Chicago or Berlin at the back end of the year. 2 chances to go under 250, and I'll be documenting it all on YouTube, all here, warts and all, frustrations, sessions and growth, hopefully, for 2025, the year I turn 40, and a year that I am obsessed with getting fitter, faster and better at this marathon game. You do you. Thanks for all your comments and your feedback on the last video. It's been a pleasure to be trained and coached by Matt, and I'm 100% confident that we're on the right path to get fitter and faster in 2025. You do you, and thanks for watching.